The first step is to develop a nonlinear finite element model with the moderate to coarse mesh size. The second step is to define the nonlinear adaptive region. This can be done by adding the nonlinear adaptive region branch from the Conditions button of the Environment tab of the Context ribbon. The bodies that may require the remesh are to be selected in the Nonlinear Adaptive Region tab. Now, we are going to see the settings of the Nonlinear Adaptive Region. The Details window of the Nonlinear Adaptive Region has a number of input requests. The first is the scoping method. It can be scoped to name selection or a geometry selection. Only bodies can be scoped in the geometry. The second table is the definition. The first tab in this table is criteria. This defines the criteria when to start the remeshing of the elements in the scoped geometry. 3 criteria selection options are available. 1. Energy. 2. Box. And 3. Mesh. When we set energy as the criteria, elements that have strain energy higher than the user-defined fraction of the average strain energy of the scoped region will be selected. These elements will be remeshed. When we set box as the criteria, ANSYS will ask for the coordinates of a box. All the elements falling within this box will be remeshed. The third option is mesh. User needs to specify certain mesh distortion limits. All those elements that are distorted beyond the specified limits will be remeshed. If we select the energy criteria, energy coefficient will be asked. Energy coefficient is the ratio of the strain energy of the element to the average strain energy of the scoped region. All the elements having energy coefficient greater than or equal to that specified in the criteria will be remeshed. If we select the box option, ANSYS will ask for the coordinate system and x, y and z coordinates of a point. A box will be constructed with one corner at the origin of the selected coordinate system. The diagonally opposite end of the box will be defined by the specified x, y and z coordinates. All the elements lying within this box will be remeshed. The third option is the mesh criteria for remeshing. There are 2 mesh-based criteria available. The first is skewness and Jacobian ratio. The second is the maximum corner angle. We can set only the maximum corner angle as the criteria for a 2D mesh. For the 3D mesh, skewness and the Jacobian ratio should be selected for the tetrahedral mesh. Maximum corner angle should be selected for the hexagonal mesh. Permissible values for the maximum corner angle, skewness, and the Jacobian ratio are to be specified. All those elements that exceed the specified distortion limits will be remeshed. Similar to solution restart, it can be active for all the load steps or some specific load steps. It is possible to specify the recurrence rate, or equally spaced points, for checking mesh within a given load step. At the frequency specified by these settings, the mesh will be checked to see if remeshing is required.